All right, so this is help with problem number 9 in your review guide. So this will help you accomplish items 9 through 13 actually. So the first thing that we have is a data table, and it says that the data in the table represents the membership for a savings club from the years 2005 until 2012. Notice our data table says that this is the number of years since 2004. So 1 year after 2004 is 2005. So that's the way this table is set up. So the first thing that we're going to do is use our data table to plot the points, and we have to do some labeling. So the first thing that I'm going to do is label my X and Y axes, and I'm going to call this years since 2004, and then this is going to be membership. Okay, membership. The other thing that I need to do is put some numbers on here. So counting by ones across the x-axis, I need to go up to 8. And then on the y-axis, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a break in my axes, which lets me start counting at 60. And then 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Okay, so my first ordered pair is the point 1, 120. So I'm going to plot that point, 1, 120. My second ordered pair is 2, 100. My third ordered pair is 3, 110, and then 4, 100, 5, 90, 6, 75. If this is 70, halfway between 70 and 80 would be the 75. The ordered pair 7, 85. Again, if this is 80 and this is 90, halfway between would be 85. And then 8, 65. Okay. So question number 9 says construct a scatter plot for the data. So this is actually number 9. Just construct a scatter plot. So that's what we've done. We've made a scatter plot. Question number 10 says to draw a line that seems to be the best representation, or basically to draw a line of best fit. So if you remember from our time in class doing that, the first thing that I'd like you to do is to put an oval around your data, a nice tight grouping. So I'm just going to put an oval around all of my data points. And then the goal is to draw a nice straight line. I want it to go through at least 2 of my data points. And I'm going to connect my points right like this. Okay? So that is going to be my line of best fit right there. So that is question number 10. Draw a line that seems to best represent the data, and I've done that. Question number 11 says write an equation in slope-intercept form. So this is where I have to start thinking about some ordered pairs. So the first thing that I'm going to do is identify the ordered pairs that I went through on my line. And I went through this ordered pair, which represents the data set or the data point 3, 110. So I'm going to use that. And then I also went through this point, which is 8, 65. Those are the 2 numbers that I'm going to use to write my line of best fit, my equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is write those 2 points down. 3, 110, and 8, 65. Now I'm going to try and find the change in y over the change in x. So from 110 to 65, it looks like I subtracted 45 points. I subtracted 45 points. To go from 3 to 8, I added 5 points. So the change in y, negative 45, over the change in x, 5, is the same thing as negative 9. That means that my slope is negative 9. Now I have to find the y-intercept, the initial point, the beginning. So I can use the equation y equals mx plus b. I know that my slope is 9, and I can use either one of those ordered pairs that I use to calculate my slope. I'm going to use the points 3, 1, 10. X is 3, y is 110. I'll even label it so you can see what's going on here. So I just take these points and I plug them in. So y is 110 equals my slope, -9, times my x coordinate, 3, plus b. 110 equals -27 plus b. To get b all by itself, I have to move this away. The opposite of a -27 is a +27. So my y-intercept is 137. So I know my slope is -9. My y-intercept is 137. So my equation for this line of best fit is y equals -9x plus 137. So that is number 12. Oh, no, sorry, that's number 11. So number 12 says interpret the slope. Interpret the slope. So if the slope is -9 and the x-axis is years and the y-axis is membership, it looks like the membership decreases because it's negative by 9 people per year. Okay, so that is my slope. What does the y-intercept mean? The y-intercept, b at 137, means that when was the beginning? Was 2004. There were 137 people with savings club accounts. Remember that b is the beginning value. And then question number 13 says use your equation. So I'm going to go back to the equation. Y equals -9x plus 137, and determine the number of members that will be in the savings club in the year 2014. So I'm looking in the year 2014. Now remember that our graph started in the year 2004. So the value of x is actually going to be 14 minus 4 is 10. So I'm going to let x equal 10 and plug it into that equation. So y equals -9 times 10 plus 137. Y equals -90 plus 137. Y equals 40. That means that in the year 2014, there will be about 40 people in that savings club.